Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about Algorand. And I'm going to ask this question: would I buy Algorand in the bear market? This is part 26 of a series of 1001 videos where I will be reviewing the top 1000 cryptocurrencies and simply asking the question, would I buy? And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. So let's go ahead and dive right on into this. Would I buy Algorand in the bear market? So as I'm thinking through this question, I'm also hearing the voices of some peers of mine who I know are crazy about Algorand. I just can picture them whispering in my ear, you better say that this is a firm, no doubt in your mind, buy for the bear market. And you know what? I mean, I have some friends who are crazy about Algorand. And with that in mind, my answer is, yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll buy Algorand in the bear market. It's not an enthusiastic yes. I mean, take it for what it's worth. Dogecoin for me is an enthusiastic yes, and yet Algorand for me is not an enthusiastic yes. I will buy some, but I'm not crazy about buying it for a next bull run. And so what am I seeing with Algorand? It's a layer one blockchain solution. It is a competitor to Ethereum, but they've built a bridge in order to work with Ethereum. That is, and that's even something that's on my mind is like, it's because of the low liquidity issues that they're having that they're needing to do that. So are they an ETH killer? Are they not? It's kind of one of these things that's up in the air. But let's talk about the appeal with Algorand at first. It says, you can read the words here, the world's most powerful and sustainable blockchain. I'm sure lots of blockchains are going to claim that. Our institutional grade blockchain infrastructure is the first and only to achieve decentralization, scalability, and security without compromises and while being environmentally sustainable. And so they claim, like a lot of other blockchains, that they have solved the blockchain trilemma. Now, one thing that I will give them, and this is something that I'm rooting for them for, is simply this. I believe that when it comes to the decentralization part of Algorand, that this is the most decentralized layer one blockchain that I've reviewed so far. It's definitely more decentralized than Ethereum, than Cardano for sure, than Solana, than Avalanche. I could go on, than Near. It is truly decentralized, as decentralized as you could hope for a layer one blockchain. That is a plus for me. Okay, there's that. There is a growing ecosystem a little bit behind. I would say that that's a plus, but they've got good things, projects to watch. They got DeFi. They have lots of potential here with building their ecosystem. In comparison to other ecosystems, it's a little bit, there's a little bit to be desired. Another plus, when El Salvador built their Chivas wallet, who did they go to? They went to Algorand. And so there are certain things that I'm like, yeah, this is good. And if there is a cryptocurrency or a blockchain that I'm cheering for to be one of the handful that's going to be the big one or two blockchains, Algorand makes sense as a blockchain to cheer for. But it's one of these things, I could talk about the founder, an MIT professor, he won this big award. I'm blanking on it now. Some of you are just like raking me over the coals in your heads right now, at least, that I don't remember the name of he won a big award in 2012, like a scholar, kind of like a Nobel Prize for his field. I'm just totally blanking on it right now. There's so many things I could be like, yes. But it's more of a matter, the fundamentals are solid, but I wonder about Algorand. Do they have the belief behind them that this is going to be one of the big ones? I think in the end that Algorand is going to be a smaller player among the layer one blockchains. I also think that that's unfortunate. Okay. So I want to be clear about that. I am rooting for Algorand. I do not believe that they are going to be, if there's a single winner or two winners in the end, I do not believe that they're going to be the winner. And really, when it comes down to it for this series, would I buy in the bear market? What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that I can buy low and sell very high. I would have no problem just buying Algorand little by little every day, every week, every month, and hoping that it grows to something bigger in the long run. I could see that happening. But I mean, here's probably the best comparison that I could give to you is Phantom versus H-bar. Now, Phantom, between the two, let me tell you this. H-bar, there's no doubt in my mind that H-bar is superior to Phantom. Phantom just copied H-bar, but Phantom has way better marketing than H-bar. And so if you bought Phantom, you could have bought it for a penny in 2020 and rode that up to $3 for a 300x return. That would have been awesome. And H-bar, the far superior, I was going to say blockchain. It's not a blockchain. Hash graph, the far superior cryptocurrency, in my opinion at least, you would have seen what, like a decent return, an 18x return from bottom to peak. But what would you have preferred? If you're looking for the kind of returns that I'm talking about in this cycle, you would have obviously preferred to get into Phantom and hopefully sold somewhere, sold along the way, all the way up, sold at $1.50, sold at, $2, sold at $3. You would have just sold. I mean, that's what I did with Solana. I bought it, bought it around $20, sold at 73, sold at 149, sold at 200. And I think I did that well. And so in comparison between those two, between Algorand and another layer 1 blockchain, I just think that there's other ones that have the potential to outperform Algorand from bear market bottom to peak. I looked at H-bar versus Phantom, and I think it's unfortunate. I think it's an H-bar Phantom comparison. There's some other things that I'm like, oh man, what's up with this? So we have this recent news here from yesterday. Algorand CEO is leaving. COO is moving up. Why is the Algorand CEO leaving? Well, it says in this article, he's leaving the company to pursue other interests. Quote, pursue other interests. That seems to me like that's something in line with what I'm talking about here, that Algorand, yeah, sure, Algorand will be okay. It has a lot going for it. It's not going to be one of these things where it becomes the king, in my opinion, and I'm sorry to say that. I wish that wasn't the case. And if I was wrong about that, I don't think we'd be seeing news like this from the Algorand CEO leaving Algorand. And so what else do I have to say about this? I mean, we can talk about tokenomics. Tokenomics are fine. How about I'll just leave it at that? Market cap, it's about 70%, a little under 70% of the coins that have been launched into circulation. I can talk about this chart here. I hate seeing charts like this. So Algorand launched in 2018 and have barely spent, 2019, excuse me, and spent a little bit of time, just a flicker of time above that all-time high, above the launch price. And so what happened here? Well, they launched, and my assumption is that people on the team, people who were initial seed investors, that they just sold and took their profits and dumped on the little man, the one buying from the launch date. And I just don't like seeing stuff like this. I mean, look at the Internet Computer chart. I think Internet Computer has a lot of potential in the long run. I hate that happened. And so that to me is just it's a little thing. It's not a huge thing. It's a little thing that I'm paying attention to. And the fact that they were barely able to breach that launch price. And now they're down, 85%. That's not that bad actually. From that peak, it's just like, man, I don't like seeing charts like this. And so all that to say, yes, I hope I'm wrong. I hope fundamentals do win out. And I hope that a truly decentralized blockchain is the one that wins out among the ones that you would build on. I mean, in my opinion, Bitcoin's going to be fine, but who knows? Maybe, I got a lot of hate from the Bitcoin Cash people in that last video. That surprised me. Maybe Bitcoin Cash is truer to Satoshi's vision, but regular Bitcoin seems to be winning out on that. And maybe Algorand is truer, what we should be looking for as a true decentralized layer one. And yet, sometimes the guys that you should be cheering for are not the guys that end up winning. And I guess that's my general tone with Algorand. I'm sorry to say that. But even so, I could be wrong, and I will be buying some Algorand in the bear market. I'm sure for those of you who are crazy about Algorand, that's not good enough. You want me to be all in, enthusiastic about this. I'll believe it when I see it. I will gladly change my mind, and I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think I am, honestly. So that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.